So here we are, day 2, and I got a hankering to do some lifting again, like heavy shit. So I'm gonna do a powerlifting program again. I'm gonna do Jeff Nippard's power building program. Let me show you. All right, this is what we're looking at right here. So what you do is you get your 1 rep maxes and you put them right in here. And then it calculates the rest of what your lift should be all the way down through 10 weeks. And I actually printed out the log sheets for these. So I'm gonna handwrite them in like an old school lifter, man. Writing everything down on a piece of paper. It's California cold out here. It is not warm, but it's also not actually cold. I would guess it's in the 50s. So we're gonna lift today, and we're gonna do essentially trying to evaluate my 1 rep max for bench press, deadlift, overhead press, and squat. Now, I might not do all of them today. I was hoping to do them today and then take the rest of the 4 days of the week to do the first week of the program, because it's a 4-day program. But I think that just trying to evaluate my 1 rep maxes with warm-ups and everything is going to be more volume than I'm used to at this point in my life. I've been doing a lot of calisthenics, a lot of running, a lot of rucking, just kind of like body weight with a little bit of weight recently. So anything that's like a significant portion of, or a significant amount of weight is probably gonna make me really sore. So what we might do today is might do deadlifts and overhead press, and then tomorrow do squats and bench, and then just take the rest of this week to recover and keep running, because I might take my CFT next week. Oh shoot, no, I should probably take my CFT this week. So what I might do is, yeah, because damn, we're almost in December already, so I should probably take my CFT. CFT is combat fitness test. It's a very short test, but it's very brutal. It's like aerobically and anaerobically tough. But if I can take that one on Thursday or Friday, I should be good and just knock it out for the year, and then I can get just strong as fuck for the rest of the, well, basically into 2024. I would be doing this program. If I start it in December, I'd be finishing it up end of January, well, beginning of February. Anyway, so what's cool about this program is you find your 1 rep maxes, you input them into a little Excel sheet that Mr. Jeffrey Nippard has created, and the whole thing came with like technique links, breakdowns of how to prepare, how to follow the program, a basic like overview on nutrition. I noticed a lot. I've purchased 3 training programs, and all of them say essentially the same thing, like eat whole foods, try to eat fruits and vegetables, try to eat lean meats. It's like they're basically just gathering what the science and data say, because I tend not to follow people who don't follow the science and the data for most things. And yeah, so it's all very simple stuff that I tend to try not to overcomplicate. The thing about nutrition is it's very individual. I can drink milk. Some people cannot. I can eat peanuts. Some people cannot.
Some people bloat up and get really, really painfully gassy when they eat certain foods. I don't. So like my nutrition, my diet's going to look a lot different than other people. So it's a lot of trial and error with nutrition, unfortunately. And people don't want to hear that. They want to hear like, oh, just cut out carbs or just cut out fat and you'll be okay. But you can't. And the thing is like what works for me, someone from a higher latitude isn't going to work for someone whose genetic makeup is from around the equator, because just evolutionarily our bodies are built differently to handle certain foods differently and to process certain foods a little bit differently, plus metabolisms, plus all that other stuff. But anyway, let's get some lifting in, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to pull some heavy weights again. Heavy for me. I know you guys are going to look at the plates and think that it's not that heavy. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to lift the things that make me feel good. But I do like being strong, and I do like being like muscular. The problem is when I'm those two things, I cannot also be fast. And the problem with me being in the military is that I've got to be at least a little bit fast if I want to remain ready. You know, we've got to always be ready, and endurance is one of those things that is probably the most important part of our fitness in the military is endurance. So if you don't have endurance, all the other stuff doesn't really matter, because you're not going to be able to do it for a long period of time. And a lot of times in country, you have to do stuff repetitively, over and over, day in and day out, for long periods of time, and not break yourself or not pass out from exhaustion. So I'm going to, because it's a 4-day-a-week program, I'm going to try to incorporate cardio 1 or 2 times a week. Cardio of some sort, whether it's a ruck run, whether it's running. I might try to do a long run one day, and then like sprints another day. The problem is it's going to interfere with my recovery, and that sucks. That sucks, because I've worked pretty hard over the last couple weeks to get faster. Flavor. Sour gummy bear. Just like nature intended. Yes. All right. Drink water. Holy cow. Drink water in the morning. It feels so much better. Because think about it. You're when you sleep, you're going however many hours you sleep, or however many hours you're in bed, 6, 8, 10, whatever. That's a lot of hours to consume zero water. So one of the first things I like to do when I wake up is drink water. So obviously I do all my other stuff, but I drink water. Usually I'll fill this up. This is 32 ounces, something like that. And I'll drink it down to halfway. I'll just drink the water. And then I'll put my pre-workout in, the other 16 ounces. I'll shake it up, and I'll drink that on the way to the gym. And then before I've even started my workout, I have 30 freaking quart of water in me. Do I have to pee a lot? Yes, but I mean, I'm also getting older. That's just kind of part of my daily routine now, is anytime I'm slightly hydrated, I'm just peeing all the time. Yeah, we're gonna get a good solid warm-up. We're gonna try, I think we're gonna do deadlifts and overhead press today, and then I'll do some just accessory work that's not gonna inhibit my bench. I might work biceps. I don't want to hit shoulders too hard, right? Because I'm doing bench tomorrow. Maybe I could do everything except squats today. I might be able to do everything today. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be a super true 1 rep max if I do everything today, but I'm just trying to get in the ballpark, you know? Because all it's doing is finding out, like, all right, what's your estimate for your 1 rep max? All right, let's try to improve that by the end of this program. And it did. It super did. Last time I did this program, I gained like 10 pounds of, I don't want to say 10 pounds of lean body mass. I wasn't tracking my body fat percentage, but I went from like 172 to 181 in 10 weeks. And you can ask my wife, it was not fat. I was just about as lean as I've ever been at the end of that program, and I was big. Like for me big. As a naturally like skinny dude, and a natural athlete, like I was pretty big for my frame. And it wasn't fluffy big. It was pretty cut. So I'm excited to do this program again. I've not been feeling great about my body lately. Just been really, really self-conscious about the way I look. So I'm gonna try to just get strong while maintaining some semblance of cardiovascular endurance. So ran half a mile as part of my warm-up after that mobility training, and I've been just doing small reps. Small amounts of reps with the deadlift to get myself up to close to a one rep max. I'm thinking if I can do like a 2 rep max, I can pretty easily estimate. They got calculators online, but I'll estimate my 1 rep. I don't think I'm gonna try to hulk it out because I haven't deadlifted in a while. So I'm probably just gonna get to where I can only do like 2 clean reps, and then I'll put it into a calculator from there. That's enough. Deadlift platform only has 6 45-pound lumber plates. Like, what do they do when someone who's actually strong tries to lift there? Like, we'll run out of metal. We got mobility training, which is an everyday thing. You should always do mobility training every day. But we got a good number for deadlift and overhead press. Tomorrow we're gonna shoot for squats. As long as my legs aren't too sore, we're gonna try for squats and bench press. And then the rest of the week, we're just gonna do accessory work and cardio. All right, so here's my sets. I did 305 for 2. Probably couldn't have pulled another rep out of that, and I did 135 for 2 on the overhead press. So we're just gonna finish that workout. Congrats, yay, stars. We're gonna come up here. So 305, 2 reps. And this is pretty rudimentary. So we're gonna say, okay. So 310, 315-ish. Somewhere in there. I'll probably put 315 in the calculator just so it's more of a challenge. But we're gonna do 45, 15. It's about 140. So we'll put 140 into the Excel doc whenever I get back home, and that is the calculations that the entire rest of the spreadsheet will input and run through their calculations, and then that's how all of my lifts and weights will be determined for the rest of the 10-week program. Overall, I'm not super disappointed with how that went. I'm way stronger than I thought I was going to be at this point, because I haven't done powerlifting in probably close to a year. So I retained a lot of my strength from the last time I've done those lifts for low rep, high weight. So strong for me. I'm still strong for me. So I'm kind of like, I'm happy that my starting point is way higher. I thought I was going to be way further behind my past self. So this will be good. This will be good. I think it's the old man strength finally kicking in. Finally. About damn time. But again, the thing I have to be really conscious about is my cardio. So what I'm thinking about doing is, the way this program works is you do week 1 is
powerlifting. Week 2 is more bodybuilding type workouts and accessory stuff. And then, so every other week you're switching back and forth between powerlifting, low rep, high weights, and then more conventional like bodybuilding workouts, like 8 to 12 to 15 reps of other things. So I'm thinking on those bodybuilding, because I'm not necessarily trying to build muscle. I just want to get strong. I'm thinking on the bodybuilding weeks, I'm only going to lift maybe twice, and then I will do cardio and rest. So it'll be 2 days of lifting, 2 days of cardio, and 1 day of rest on those weeks. And that way I can kind of maintain my cardiovascular endurance that I've built up over the last couple months, and but I can still get strong on the powerlifting weeks. So we're going to see how this kind of like hybridization goes. It's kind of hard to get better at running and better at lifting at the same time, but we're going to try to just get 1% better in both of them over the next 10 weeks. So hope you guys stick with me on this, and we'll see how it goes.